So I did it. I switched back to kvCORE. I've been in there a few times, so I'm going to break down what my experience has been like over the last 6 months. And by the way, my name's Chad Leonberg, and I help real estate agents hit 6 figures in real estate. If you're interested in working with me, feel free to hit me up at the contact info below. All right, so kvCORE. I'll tell you why we've kind of made this decision to run with kvCORE right now at the end of this video, so stay tuned to the end. But I'm going to break down kind of what I've learned in a couple different sections here. I feel like kvCORE is a jack of all trades, a master of none. So I'm going to kind of break down where the mastery would be of each section that I go through after I talk about what kvCORE does in that space. So the first part is the CRM. The CRM, they've made a lot of tweaks. So they've added the ability to send text messages with pictures. They've added the ability to sort by a lot of different ways, like this hashtag and last contacted in a certain period of time or last visit. That might have been in there before. There's a lot of new ways to sort. For example, one thing I know in particular, you can literally sort by calls individually, texts individually, and emails individually. You can sort by who you've sent the most calls, the most text, or the most emails to. You were never able to do that before. So there's just a lot of ways that you can kind of make your smart lists work really well for you. So we used to use that a lot in Follow Up Boss. This is a really big deal that they have that in here now. So the CRM has had some upgrades. You can even schedule appointments in there now and have automated appointment reminders. I know that's a big one for us because we used to do that all the time in Follow Up Boss, and it would send our clients, you know, hey, reminder of your showing, or reminder of your listing consult, and you know, decreased our no-show rate. Now in the real estate space, if you want the best CRM, you know, we've always gone with Follow Up Boss. I like High Level and Copper. It's a Google Workspace CRM, but those aren't really real estate specific. So there's a lot of gizmos and gadgets, and I don't think it's really going to help you move the needle because they're not tailored for the real estate industry. So Follow Up Boss is my go-to if you just want to master CRM, but you might have to plug in a few things to make it do what you want to do depending on what else you're looking to do. Now for the IDX and kind of website portion of what kvCORE provides, here's the deal. Most agents don't actually utilize their IDX. You know, their website one thing, but the IDX in particular, they don't plug their clients in, they don't utilize it to drive traffic and generate leads. So it's kind of a pointless point for most agents, whether it's brokerage provided or a CRM they pay for that has IDX. It is rare that I see agents that actually utilize this feature to the extent. It might be all of the aspects of your tech stack, for example, that most agents don't utilize to their full potential. But let's just stick on IDX and website for a second. So the website works fine. I mean, you can generate leads. I've run Google pay-per-click, landing pages, squeeze pages. We have clients in there that have helped find homes. I'm able to make recommendations quickly with like the similar listings option, the ability to, you know, hashtag different clients, say a certain area. Go find the set of listings that are, you know, just hit today, for example. I say 3 new listings hit in a zip code today. I could check all 3 of those and text them all to a hashtag. Super awesome for all that to work together. The website's plenty of great templates. It's totally usable. If you really put a little bit of work into it, you can have a pretty good looking website. The only thing that I could say is negative is they don't rank really well. They don't SEO really well. So if you're looking for organic ranking, and this is not a magic pill, it takes more than just getting a company that ranks good. You have to actually put some work into ranking regularly by providing content that is relevant to what people search for, but I digress. So if you're looking just for an IDX website that does rank more organically in Google and search, Sierra Interactive is going to be your best fit. It's going to be your best bang for your buck in terms of website. But kvCORE absolutely has everything you need in here. We've been more than satisfied with that aspect. So now I'm going to talk about email marketing, because this has been a game changer for us over the last year or so. I've personally implemented it in a lot of ways, and if you're interested in signing up for my agent email mass marketing, you know, go to my website down below and I'll get you on. There's a sign up. You can subscribe to my newsletter. All right, so email marketing. First thing is you have to enable this, because if you just do it in the Smart CRM and you select all, the most rows you can sort by is 250 people, at least how we have it through EXP and the team upgrade, and I'm pretty sure that's how everybody's is, but maybe there's a different version of kvCORE I don't know about. To enable it so you can email your entire database, or just your closed, or just your actives and nurtures, or just the people with this hashtag, you need to go into the marketing section, and there is, I think it's scheduled emails or mass emails or something like that. And you have to, the first time we did it, we had to fill out a form. It says it was best practices, all that good stuff. So once you do that, you're able to email en masse. Now we do this 1 or 2 times a week at minimum, and this is to provide value. I find this strategy so much more relevant than drip campaigns. I would highly recommend that you just basically turn your drip campaigns off and just email your entire database once or twice a week. You got to earn their trust. It's like posting content that you literally get to put a post in front of them, like a Facebook or an Instagram post that y'all post and nobody looks at. I'm just kidding, some people do, right? But the post that you want everybody to see, you can literally do that with email marketing. You can even make the post on Facebook, and if you don't have a good following on Facebook or want to increase it, take the same post and email it out to your entire database, and maybe even put a link to the post so you gain more of a following. But I digress. So one of the biggest problems though is you're not really able to track your open rates and click rates, at least not yet. I think this might be coming to kvCORE. So our way around this was we went to the dashboard of kvCORE. You can sort from all activity to email events, and you're able to see who has opened in chronological order, who has opened and or clicked your emails. Now this will also include property alerts, market reports, home valuations, stuff like that, any email that's sent from kvCORE. So what we do is we do Control F, Command F, and we do to find, and we type in the subject of the email that we sent, and we actually find all the people who opened that email. We call them, hey, did you get the thing about the thing? Simple strategy. Rip it off and duplicate it. It will help you build a real connection with your database as opposed to these drip campaigns that aren't even from you and were never written by you anyway. However, if you want a mastery system for email marketing, MailChimp is kind of the go-to, but I've always found it got pretty expensive once you add a lot of people to the list. So I've always used Flowdesk. Big fan of Flowdesk. It's Flowdesk. I'm sure I probably have a link somewhere in my stuff, and if I don't, just go use it because I want you to win. But Flowdesk, awesome, super awesome templates they have, really easy to use. $35 a month, can't beat it. I utilize it for our agent mailing list. All right, so the phone number, this would be one of the biggest reasons why kvCORE is tough. The smart number, it's cool. It's cool that you can have one number that can route to different agents, on a team. If you're just a solo agent, I'd buy an individual smart number. If your brokerage provides kvCORE, it's $25 or $27 a month for the smart number. Get your own smart number so that you don't lose leads to the brokerage. But the smart number can be temperamental. You can't call from the smart number in the mobile app. You have to initiate the call from the browser, and then it calls your cell phone to call them. There's some quirkiness to it, but it does work. I mean, we utilize it. We've made 100 dials a day using the smartphone number. And I love the reporting inside there. So we basically just use the smart number for leads, and then when we convert them to clients, we actually do use our cell phones, and we try to log the calls using the log call feature. So the smart number has something to be desired, especially for the fact that we can't, I don't understand why they can't just let us have multiple numbers per team member. They're getting numbers from Twilio. Those only cost $1 or $2 a month. It shouldn't be that hard for them to implement that, but they're committed to their smart number process. It's definitely a gripe for sure, but we make it work. It works fine. It's not an excuse for you to not produce. It works. I've used the smart number since 2014 or 15 when I first started using kvCORE. So they work. You can convert business, but you got to get in there and use it, just like all these other features in the CRM. So I want to talk about the reporting. The reporting here, it gets the job done, but there's a lot more things I would like to know. Speed to lead, average contact attempts, email open rates, click rates, stuff like that. There's a lot more that could be there, but it has the reporting that you need to get the job done. In particular, I like that you can track when people view your listing presentations, which I'll talk about in a second, that you can create using kvCORE. So, it gets it done. This is one of its weakest points, though, is the reporting. It could be a lot more robust. You can download some spreadsheets in the Google Sheets, but it's still missing stuff. For those that integrate or can work with Sisu is by far the best reporting system and also has a good transaction management system. So I highly would recommend Sisu, S-I-S-U. But the reporting, hopefully it gets a little better. It's my biggest gripe so far being back in kvCORE. Now let's talk about marketing. Marketing is kind of neat. We haven't fully utilized it, but I know it's there. We just need to take the time to set it up a little further. You can kind of auto post all your listings, price reduce changes. You can set the brand, change the colors, change the logos. Super awesome marketing tool. Link it up with your Facebook pages and all that good stuff. And from a team perspective, you can also, automate that portion and have the agents' names listed on it, or the team branding. You can set your default marketing package depending on what templates you like. It's really, really good. Could it look better a little, visually? Sure, it could definitely, but it gets the job done. That stuff isn't about having the most prettiest things, it's just about constantly showing people that you are an active agent. So it's for that aspect, it's really good. If you want mastery like I'm recommending here, Canva is going to give you the prettiest looking content. It's very easy to use. Now one other side of marketing is you can also, not just marketing, I guess, but building your presentations and having that, branding and that listing presentation or buyer consult. It's really nice for that because it's in platform. You can build a listing presentation and a buyer presentation. For a seller though, it also takes the leads that are in your database and tells the seller how many your brokerage, or how many kvCORE has, how many the brokerage has, and how many you have at that price point and, in that area, which is really cool because it shows them, hey, I've got leads that could like your house if you list with me. I think that's been helpful for us for sure. So you can obviously track, like I mentioned in the reporting, if they viewed it, how many pages they viewed, how long they were on each page, all that good stuff. So the ability to build your and the system of building the CMAs and stuff like that is actually really, really good. So the ability to incorporate IDX and marketing together and build your presentations all on one platform, it's pretty awesome. But sites like RPR and a lot of the other included sites can do this. There's a lot out there. I've never utilized them. I honestly always used our MLS or kvCORE, but it is really good. But speaking of all-in-ones, if I am going to recommend, maybe one that's slightly smoother and has, a little bit more robust features, I might recommend Lofty, or which used to be Chime, as one of the best all-in-one platforms, but it's a little pricier than kvCORE. So that leads me to why we went with kvCORE. So there's a lot of changes we're going through, obviously as a market, as a real estate industry, and then I can tell you our team in particular, we're going through a lot of changes right now. We're kind of resetting the culture and doing some things differently. So I needed an all-in-one platform, but one that was cost effective. So we have money for lead generation to push our foot on the gas right now, and really grab our unfair share while the shifts are happening. We needed some wiggle room financially. So for EXP, it's provided, and then the team upgrade is $400 a month. We were able to add on an ISA department for $350. They'll work up to 50 leads that we generate from Facebook, Google ads, pay-per-click, anything like that. And they will actually call the leads and work the leads for a year for us. So we kind of have a concierge in there as well. So it's $400 for your tech stack, and $350 for kind of an ISA department. I think it's pretty unbeatable and gives me some wiggle room for some lead generation as we kind of put our foot on the gas and navigate this shift. So that's the reason why we kind of came back into it for now. Will we stay there forever? Who knows? My team hates that I change things all the time, but in my opinion, you have to be agile and be able to read and respond and react to what you need. But for right now, kvCORE is serving us really well. I think it has all the features in there. I think having, I've been in kvCORE on and off for 8 years. I've probably been in it for a solid 6 or 7 out of the 10 years I've been in the business. And I would say that it is undervalued by most agents, and it's not really properly utilized. When it is, it has more than enough for you to get. If you're a solo agent watching this, kvCORE has so much to get the job done, make it work. If you're a team leader, yes, you can spend a little bit more and get some things that make a little bit more sense, in my opinion, but this absolutely will get the job done. There is no magic tech stack, but kvCORE is a good one. It's got its quirks, but it will absolutely get the job done. So that's been my take on our last 6 months in kvCORE. I hope you found something valuable out there. I think there was a need for a more relevant kvCORE video in today's world, because a lot of the ones that I've seen are a little dated, including my own. So that's just been our take. Please like and subscribe and follow the channel. Leave a comment down below if you have any comments about kvCORE or what you're using, or something you think that I said you don't agree with. Love the debate. We're just real estate agents out here trying to figure out the best way to navigate this business just like you are. So I'm just here to share that value with you, and hopefully you can implement something from that today and go crush it. So once again, Chad Leonberg here. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you at the top.